Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. I'm UncleLander and this is Gran Turismo 2 GT mode playthrough. On the last episode we managed to finish up the entire K-Car Cup Championship with Suzuki Cappuccino. We managed to win plenty of reasonably decent cars that we're gonna use sometime in the future. On today's episode, I plan to complete the Gran Touring Car Cup with the GT line, yes, with the Skyline GDR R32 V-Spec 2. And the first thing we're gonna do with this car is we're gonna test out its performance on 400, 1000 and full lap of a test course without any modifications. So, without further ado, let's go for it. Also, this is all recorded live on Twitch, twitch.tv/UncleLander, links in description. And a 400 meters time of 13 seconds, .881. R32 looks very beautiful. Just saw one sold for $200K last week. Jeez. In that place, this time places at the 6th position. Yeah, 200,000 for a car from 90s. That's quite a lot. That is quite a lot. Let's see how this car performs on 1,000 meters distance. Pretty nice acceleration on the first. Seems like this car can be pushed to the maximum RPM if we would use the manual gearbox, which I don't. Not really the biggest fan of a manual gearbox. And at 1000 meters, we're reaching 210 kilometers an hour with a time of 25 seconds, .5 and 49. If that places us on the last place, surprisingly. Now let's check what this car can do on the one full lap of a test course, which is going to measure how much of a speed this car really has, which it actually can have quite a bit. Fourth gear. Enter the fourth gear with 183 kilometers an hour. If we want to qualify, we need to reach at least 280 kilometers an hour with this car, which could be problematic because we only have 5 gears and 1.5 ton of weight. Currently in 5th gear with 236 kilometers an hour. As the final gear of the car. $260, 262, 3, 264. We might not be even ranked for this one. 263, 4, 265, 66, 67, 68. Can we get? We cannot get the 69 with 1 minute and 40.9 exactly. But did we qualify? Did we get a rank? Sadly, this car is unranked, but still pretty powerful. Now, we're gonna prepare our car for the Grand Touring Championship. For the first race, that requires us to have less than 393 brake horsepower. So let's take a look at the Nissan and let's see what kind of modifications we can do. Naturally, the first modifications I'm gonna buy is gonna be brakes, drivetrain, suspension, tires, and we're gonna decrease the weight of the car as well. Alright, that takes care of the drivetrain. Let's get the suspension. Always get the professional one. Now get the tires, super soft tires. From Racing Slick category. And make sure that you're gonna buy all the stages of weight reduction. Because this car is pretty heavy. Alright, now we have anything from the interior bought, let's make sure that we're gonna increase the power output. Just the muffler itself increases our power to 315 brake horsepower. Computer increases the power to 321. Engine balancing increases the power to 328. Port grinding increases it to 322. No natural aspirated modification available for this car. Displacement increases the power to 335. Moving on to turbo, and the first thing we're gonna buy is intercooler. That's gonna increase our power to 356 brake horsepower. And now let's check the turbine kit. The first turbine kit is going to increase our power to 417, which means we are not going to buy turbo. The first race of the Grand Touring Car Cup is going to happen with 356 brake horsepower, which should be just enough. The first race is going to happen in the Red Rock Valley. Let's go. Now to adjust the this thing. Yes. 10. Maybe 5 and 10. Yeah, that should be good enough. 5 and 6. Maybe. Yeah, let's try 5 and 6. Decrease that to 1 always. But this car can understeer, so 1, 5. Let's try the negative toe on this one. 5, 6 on the stabilizer. 20, 22 on the brakes. Gearbox, that's 311. Let's increase it to 12. And LSD. Currently, I'm gonna set it up to 5. I'm forgetting that's the 4-wheel drive, so I need to set up the LSD for both front and the back. Alright, let's see what this car can do at Red Rock Valley Speedway. That's how the beast sounds. I think I'm being deafened by the sheer noise of this skyline over here. This car could easily be considered a noise pollution. And into the last lap of the race. The first lap with 125.1 and second lap with 118.1. Probably gonna adjust the spring rate on this car. We're gonna lower it at the front by 0.5. And maybe we're also gonna decrease the camber. I think the rear suspension is set up pretty well. Up to the finish line with time of 1:16.8. The Skyline GDR from 98 being at second, Gran Sport Corvette at third, Camaro SS at fourth, Skyline another GDR at fifth, and another GDR R32 at the sixth place. This car is super noisy. It's super noisy. I think it was. I'm pretty confident that it was deafening whatever I was trying to say. Alright, the second race requires us to have our car modified to 393 brake horsepower. So let's put on that turbo on. Sounds like a beast, like this guy wants to eat you. No, don't look at the used cars. Turbine kit. So the first turbine kit is gonna grant us 417. The second is gonna grant us 490 brake horsepower. It is exactly the turbine kit that we are gonna buy. Which also means we're gonna have to adjust our gearbox a little bit. Grand Touring at Grand Valley Speedway. Let's go. And also I'm gonna adjust the suspension, like I said. We're gonna, drop it to 1.5. We're gonna drop the front by 1 point. The toe is pretty good. Stabilizer is fine. Either of you think that needs an adjustment. I'm gonna increase the gearbox by 1 point. And yeah, that is it. Hello, Pinhead. Hope you're doing well. And we have new contenders: Skyline 34, Mitsubishi GTO, Dodge Viper, and a lot of noise pollution. That was a little bit of understeering over there. But I'm keeping on forgetting that I don't have any downforce on this car. The first lap we managed to finish at 158.1, the second lap with 151.6. The maximum speed that we managed to achieve is 254 kilometers an hour. Yeah, that wall grind in the front over there was totally not necessary. A little too long on the acceleration over there on the last corner. And the second race is done. With my Skyline in the first place, Corvette in the second, Skyline GDR 34 in the third, Viper GTS at 4, surprisingly, Skyline GDR R33 at the fifth, and 3000 GT GDO at 6. I'm actually really surprised that Dodge Viper didn't finish up last. This car is very loud. Very, very, very obnoxiously loud. So I'm not gonna be surprised if I'm gonna be like, everything that I say, it's not gonna be audible enough. I wouldn't be surprised. I genuinely wouldn't be surprised. Alright, now for the last race of the Gran Touring Cup, we need to modify our car to the maximum power output of 591 brake horsepower. So let's jump into the Nissan and buy another turbo upgrade. Turbine kit. Stage 3 at 558 brake horsepower. And with that, we are going into the last race of the Gran Touring Car Cup at Midfield Raceway. I think I'm gonna increase the gearbox by 1. That should be good enough. And let's go. The final race of the Gran Touring Car Cup with the Godzilla of noise. Oh, we got a rough yellow bird on our left, which is the biggest danger for us when it comes to this race. Get the first lap finish with 1 minute 15.5. second lap of the race at 1 minute and 10.1. And on to the finish line with time of 1 minute 9.5 and 276 kilometers an hour of the maximum speed, with rough CDR Yellowbird at second, Toyota Supra at third, Skyline GDR R33 at fourth, Jaguar XKR at fifth, and Mitsubishi 3000 GT at sixth. Wow, this car is loud. I think I'm gonna the next championship I'm gonna drive with something that is at least 20 decibels, not as freakishly deafening. And now let's check the rewards for this peculiar championship. And the rewards are probably one of the most useful rewards you can get in this game, period. So, the first reward is Dyson Silvia GT. It's a perfect car for the GT300 Cup with 413 brake horsepower and 980 kilograms of weight. With this car, you can very easily get into the GT300 Championship and just freaking win it with it. No problem, very useful car, definitely gonna keep it. Next car on the list is Mugen NSX GT from 98. With 608 brake horsepower, 1,180 kilograms of weight, mid-engine rear drive, probably one of the underrated GT500 cars in this game. In matter of fact, I think for the GT500, I am going to drive this car. And the last but not least, probably a car that can win you a lot of races if you are gonna unlock it and you still don't have your LM car, the Unisha Jax Skyline GDR R33 from 99 with 702 brake horsepower and 1,180 kilograms of weight. With this car, you can pretty much win the entire Turbo Championship, GD All-Stars, the World Championship as well. It just requires a little bit of adjustments when it comes to the third gear, because the third gear on this car loves to basically get jammed and basically wiggles like this at a certain RPM. This car has definitely have a huge tendency of that, but nothing that cannot be modified. With that being said, the Skyline GDR V-Spec 2, the Godzilla of noise, has been used today, and I'm really happy about this car. I might use it sometime in the future. But people of Twitch, this is gonna be, I should say it differently, my bad. People of Twitch, we're still gonna continue the stream, but people of YouTube, this is gonna be the end of this episode. Hope you guys have enjoyed. If you did, consider subscribing, ring the bell, snapping the like, leaving a comment, all that good stuff. All the links that you guys need are down below in the panels below, as well in the description. The music that is currently playing in the background is made by Carl Casey from whitebatstudio.com and his YouTube page at Whitebat Audio. That's his webpage. Whitebat Studio is his YouTube channel, so consider subscribing to him as well, because he provides the music over here. Thank you guys very much once again. I'll see you guys on the next one.